You have been circling the same decision for days now, maybe longer, reading the signs, replaying the conversation, waiting for the fear to disappear before you move. Dear heart, your body already knows this cannot stay the way it has been. That tightening in your chest, the restless sleep, the dull ache every time the situation comes back into your mind. You keep saying, I need a little more time. But what you really mean is, I am afraid of what honesty will set in motion. Beloved, that fear makes sense. Because once you do what needs to be done, something will change. A boundary may become real. A truth may be spoken. A risk may have to be faced. A harmful pattern may finally be interrupted. And part of you still hopes you can avoid all of that without paying a deeper cost. Precious one, listen gently now. This moment matters, not in a dramatic, fear-filled way, in a clear way, in a steady way, in the kind of way where delay is no longer neutral. My child, there are seasons for waiting, for watching, for gathering wisdom quietly. This is not one of those seasons. You have already seen enough. You already know enough. You may not know every detail beyond this point, but you know enough for the next faithful move. And that is what this hour is asking of you. Loved one, you have been hoping for perfect peace before movement. But sometimes peace does not come first. Sometimes it arrives after truth is honored. Sometimes it comes once the needed step has finally been taken, and your soul no longer has to live split between what it knows and what it avoids. That split has worn you down. Sweet soul, the urgency here is not about panic. It is about alignment. It is about not drifting one day further from what you already know must be faced. It is about refusing to call postponement wisdom when it has become fear in a gentler voice. Dear heart, I do not speak firmly because I am angry. I speak firmly because I care. If I were careless with your life, I would let you keep circling. If I were distant, I would say nothing while the weight grew heavier. But I love you enough to disturb the avoidance. Beloved, what is needed now may be simple but not easy. A call, a message, a no, a yes, a form completed, a conversation begun, a line drawn, a plan changed, a harmful tie loosened, a piece of truth admitted first to yourself, then perhaps to someone safe. These things do not always look grand, yet they can change the direction of a life. Precious one, you keep thinking that because the step is small it cannot be decisive. But small acts often carry enormous weight. A hinge is small too, yet it changes whether a door stays shut or opens. So it is with the honest move before you now. My dear one, the real burden has not only been the situation itself, it has also been the constant inner negotiation. Should I? Should I not? What if I wait? What if I speak? What if I move and regret it? What if I stay and lose more of myself? This back and forth has been draining your energy, your clarity, your sleep. And because it has gone on so long, you have started to think indecision is safer than movement. It is not. Not anymore. Loved one, uncertainty can be honest for a while. But after enough light, indecision becomes costly. It begins to protect what needs interruption. It gives more time to what is draining you. It asks your spirit to remain in a holding pattern that is neither rest nor progress. That is why I am telling you gently, this needs response now. Beloved, I know the thoughts that visit you. What if I make it worse? What if I overreact? What if I lose something I still care about? What if I do not have the strength for what follows? These questions come from a tender place, but they are not all wise guides. Sometimes the greater harm comes from leaving what should be addressed untouched. Sometimes what feels like preserving peace is actually preserving pain. Sweet soul, I am not asking you to control every outcome. I am asking you to honor what is true. Those are different things. You cannot manage every reaction. You cannot guarantee every result. You cannot script what happens after honesty, but you can choose not to betray what you already know, and that choice matters deeply. Dear heart, this is one of those moments when your life quietly changes direction, not because everything will look different tomorrow, but because one inner agreement will be broken. The agreement to keep delaying. The agreement to remain half awake to what is harming you. The agreement to pretend more certainty is needed when what is actually needed is courage. Once that agreement breaks, clarity grows stronger. My child, do not wait for your emotions to become simple. They may not. You may feel grief and relief together, fear and steadiness together, sadness and conviction together. That does not mean you are confused. It means you are human. A clear step can still tremble. An honest move can still cost you something. That cost does not make it wrong. Beloved, you have already lost enough time to trying to avoid discomfort. And still, I do not shame you. Avoidance often begins as self-protection. You were trying not to be overwhelmed. You were trying not to trigger conflict. You were trying not to face what might hurt. I understand that. But now self-protection has become self-delay. And self-delay is quietly feeding the very pain you hope to outrun. Precious one, the right move now may not solve everything. Let that expectation go. You are not being asked to fix the whole story tonight. You are being asked to do the part that belongs to you. That is enough. One honest motion, one truthful word, one practical response, one turn toward what is real. Loved one, there is relief hidden inside decisive honesty, not always immediate ease. Sometimes the first feeling is vulnerability, exposure, a shaking kind of release. But beneath that there is something solid. The relief of no longer carrying the strain of avoidance. The relief of your inner life finally matching what you know. The relief of stepping off the spinning wheel of delay. Beloved, if the next move involves another person, speak cleanly, not harshly. You do not need to wound in order to be clear. You do not need to over-explain to be valid. You do not need to justify every inch of your boundary. Simple truth often carries more strength than emotional excess. Dear heart, if the next move is practical, do the first part. Do not stand there staring at the whole mountain. A paper filed, a number called, a date set, a box packed, a meeting requested, a decision written down. Momentum has a way of building quietly after the first act of honesty. Sweet soul, if the next move is inward, then begin there. Name the truth. This is harming me. This is not sustainable. I cannot keep doing this. I do know what needs to happen next. Such sentences may not look dramatic, but they gather a scattered heart. They bring your soul out of hiding. They make room for wiser action. My dear one, do not confuse gentleness with passivity. Gentleness can act. Gentleness can decide. Gentleness can close a door. Gentleness can leave a room. Gentleness can decline, interrupt, correct, or depart. What makes it gentle is not softness without shape. It is truth without cruelty. That is the tone I want for you now. Loved one, another reason this moment is important is because delay teaches the wrong lesson to your own heart. Every time you ignore what you know, your inner trust weakens. Every time you postpone what truth is asking, fear gains a little more ground. Every time you silence your discernment, it becomes harder to hear it clearly the next time. I want better for you than that pattern. Beloved, I am helping you restore trust between your heart and your own obedience. Not obedience born of panic, obedience born of clarity. The kind that says, I may feel shaky, but I will not keep walking away from what I know is true. That kind of integrity builds strength. Precious one, you may wonder why I sound so direct. Because there are moments when tenderness must include urgency. A parent does not whisper vaguely when a child is standing too near the edge. Directness, in such moments, is love. So hear the love inside my firmness. I am not driving you with fear. I am guarding what is precious in you from another cycle of delay and damage. Dear heart, you are more ready than you feel. Not ready because everything is easy. Ready because the truth has become clear enough. Ready because staying here is beginning to cost more than moving. Ready because your spirit is already leaning toward the honest way, even if your emotions lag behind. Loved one, after the step is taken, be gentle with yourself. Do not expect instant celebration. Sometimes the body needs time to settle after courage. Sometimes grief visits even when the decision was right. Sometimes silence follows, and you mistake it for doubt. It may only be the quiet after tension breaks. Let that quiet come, sweet soul. Whatever this next move is, I am not asking you to make it with a hard heart. Bring your tenderness. Bring your truth. Bring your shaking hands if needed. Bring your unfinished courage. You do not need to arrive powerful. You only need to arrive honest. My child, there are futures that only open after one clear act in the present. Not because life is a puzzle to solve perfectly, but because certain doors stay closed while you remain committed to indecision. This is one of those times when the way forward does not appear through more overthinking. It appears through response. Beloved, stop asking for another sign to confirm what has already been placed plainly before your heart. Stop waiting for all fear to leave. Stop negotiating with what you already know. Not in anger, in peace, in sincerity, in quiet resolve. Precious one, for tonight, do what belongs to this moment. No more, no less, than rest. You do not have to carry the whole aftermath before the first step. You do not have to rehearse every outcome. You do not have to defend your courage to your own fear. Just move where truth has made room. And when you do, I will be near in the calm center of you. I am with you in this needed turning. Let the next step be simple. Let it be honest. Let it be enough for now. Then come into stillness and leave the rest of the path for the light that will meet you there. I remain here, steady and watchful, while your heart learns the relief of no longer delaying. Amen. My dear family, every message shared here is prepared with prayer and devotion. We continue this work with gratitude and faith. If you feel led to stand with this ministry, the support link is provided in the description and in the comment box below. May the Lord guide and bless you always.